What is up, my fellow YouTubers? It's your boy Han. Welcome back to another video. First off, happy Godzilla Day and 70th birthday to the Big G. And I pre-ordered this from the Godzilla US store. It is an exclusive and I just got it last week and wanted to hold off for Godzilla Day as it is one of my favorite iterations of Godzilla. And I'm not sure why it took so long to show up at the US store, because those who got it at the Japanese store got it about like 3-4 months ago ahead of time. But I'm happy that we have him here to celebrate. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get a closer look. They first announced the Godzilla -1 movie monster series heat ray radiation version around May, and if you live in Japan or got it from the Japanese store, you got it around July. A lot of people that seen the promo photos, or even the fans that got it early, had mixed feelings about it, because instead of just having the special casted vinyl like the glitter blue or the painted dorsal plates or just the casted dorsal plates, this -1 is lunging forward, spewing his heat ray, which is why it's called the heat ray radiation version. We'll look at the standard side by side, do some comparisons later on. But looking at it in person, I think that it came out better than I personally anticipated. Quickly checking out the tag, it's a super close-up of -1 Goji, releasing the heat ray. Godzilla 2023, that's when the movie came out. Heat ray radiation version with the 2024 Godzilla logo. You'll want to use a top loader if you plan to keep it on the figure to protect it. So looking at the head, there's some yellow paint for highlights on the spikes, the eyes, and the scar underneath the eye. The teeth are white, but the rest of the mouth is a shiny metallic blue paint. There's some sculpted detail, which includes the tongue. The head is hunched forward and the throat is swelled up. For articulation, there's only 4 points. The tail is glue sealed. The arms can move 360, legs back and forth just because they are bigger. He's releasing his atomic breath, so his shoulders are lower down. His hands are more open and reaching forward. The chest is bulked out along with the thighs. This pose does make Godzilla look a little bit bigger, and it takes away from his overall height. And I think that was also some minor complaints. Besides that though, the details on the scales are exaggerated. There's highlights in yellow painted throughout, and then they also lightly painted the hand and toe claws. Taking a quick look at the back, this is what I was referencing when I was talking about the Godzilla vs. Megaguirus figure, where you had the standard charcoal gray vinyl, but then the translucent orange dorsal plates. This time around though, we got the baby blue translucent vinyl tipped out with the metallic blue paint. It ends around where the tail you can see the tail seam, and then it's painted all the way down to the tip of the tail, which they typically do with the Godzilla store or theater exclusives, but definitely can see how this just is very eye-catching. I'll try to hold it up to the light so you can see how awesome it looks, but definitely one of my favorite things of the figure. For a couple of size comparisons, of course we had to compare it with the original Godzilla 1954, theater exclusive 1999 or Millennium Godzilla, one of my favorite pickups from G-Fest, the theater exclusive Shin Godzilla, the best legendary movie, you can fight me on that, Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. And for a final comparison, instead of getting out the standard, which has the same height, you can see that the heat ray radiation version, because he's hunched forward, he's a lot thicker, and it does take away from the height. But the glitter blue is still my favorite of the -1 releases so far. Overall, Godzilla is at his peak popularity right now. We just got an appearance of a Godzilla store at San Diego, New York Comic-Con. You can go into most retail stores and find several Godzilla items for sale. It's a great time to be a fan. It's his 70th anniversary, 30th anniversary for G-Fest, so it's going to be amazing next year. I'm just super happy for the brand, because with the popularity, just means we're going to get just so much crazy amounts of Godzilla merch. There's even some Santa Cruz skateboards coming out today that I'm going to pre-order. The director, Takashi Yamazaki, just announced that he's going to be doing another movie. Not sure if it's a sequel to -1 or a versus battle. There's going to be more to come with that, I'm sure. But they're showing -1 for Godzilla Day. I attended 4 or 5 times during its initial run, so I didn't make it out. But let me know if you guys went, what you're doing to celebrate Godzilla Day in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my social media, and as always guys, stay nerdy and long live the king.